The Eastern Front of World War II was a theater of conflict between the European Axis powers against the Soviet Union, the USSR, Poland, and other allies, which encompassed Central Europe, Eastern Europe, Northeast Europe, which is the Baltic, and Southeast Europe, the Balkans, from June 22, 1941 to May 9, 1945. It was known as the Great Patriotic War in the Soviet Union and some of its successor states, while everywhere else it was called the Eastern Front. The battles of the Eastern Front of the Second World War constituted the largest military confrontation in history. They were characterized by unprecedented ferocity and brutality, wholesale destruction, mass deportation, and immense loss of life due to combat, starvation, exposure, disease, and massacre. Of the estimated 70 to 85 million deaths attributed to World War II, around 30 million occurred on the Eastern Front, including 9 million children. The Eastern Front was decisive in determining the outcome in the European theater of operations in World War II, eventually serving as the main reason for the defeat of Nazi Germany and the Axis nations. The two principal belligerent powers were Germany and the Soviet Union, along with their respective allies. Though never sending in ground troops to the Eastern Front, the United States and the United Kingdom both provided substantial material aid to the Soviet Union in the form of the Lend-Lease program, along with naval and air support. The joint German-Finnish operations across the northernmost Finnish-Soviet border and in the Murmansk region are considered part of the Eastern Front. In addition, the Soviet-Finnish Continuation War is generally also considered the northern flank of the Eastern Front. The Eastern Front was the largest and bloodiest theater of World War II. It is generally accepted as being the deadliest conflict in human history, with over 30 million killed as a result. The German armed forces suffered 80% of its military deaths in the Eastern Front. It involved more land combat than all other World War II theaters combined. The distinctly brutal nature of warfare on the Eastern Front was exemplified by an often willful disregard for human life by both sides. It was also reflected in the ideological premise for the war. Remember, if it's more interesting, then you can find it here. Make sure to like and follow. Thanks.